copyright industry completely powerless. And that was when he released BitTorrent. And BitTorrent actually set off a whole avalanche of political movements in the technology world. It was what led to a lot of new ideas about the swarm, about the crowd, about things like Wikipedia, about the Pirate Party. It was a time when people really started to talk about decentralization. We started to talk about how the process of management and governance could be decentralized. It could be a mechanism where nobody was in charge. At the same time, we had lost what had been the core of this movement. We lost sight of the role that ideas play in shaping the development of technology. We suddenly became really focused on finding that perfect arrangement of techniques to manage a stable society. From BitTorrent, we saw development of Bitcoin. Bitcoin was also based off of the crypto-anarchists and the cypherpunks. And then there was Vitalik. And Vitalik really saw the blockchain and Bitcoin, the earlier ideas of the computer scientists, of making a global computer, of a global computing space, that now this blockchain technology could enable us to actually make that in cyberspace. And they developed this technology of Ethereum, and it was really founded on an idealistic premise that we would now have this new tool that we could use that would enable people to create a whole new form of economy or governance. But very quickly, it got taken over by ICOs and pump and dumps and money-making schemes. And in general, that's what the cryptocurrency world has been taken over. It was advertised as code that was unstoppable. There was the DAO, which was meant to be an autonomous organization for funding projects with unstoppable code. And it got hacked, and literally hundreds of millions of dollars were lost. The Bitcoin price tanked. It's been tanking ever since, and literally in 2 weeks it dropped from 20K to 6K. So in the cryptocurrency world now, we find ourselves in a really strange place. There was an older view of technology that gave the impetus for cryptocurrency to advance as a project. However, now those ideas have exhausted their potentiality to advance the movement along forwards. And faced with the complexity of the world around them, all of the cryptocurrency people are retreating into a dream world, into a fantasy world, where cryptocurrency is an inevitability. The progress or march forwards of this cryptocurrency is inevitable, is unstoppable, and it is going to change the world. And feeling failed, nobody wants to admit that our ideas earlier of cryptocurrency, of overthrowing the banks, of overthrowing the states, of being able to construct a new economy, to be able to shape the world around us, going to Africa, going to these countries to liberate people from old structures of power, have been lost from the community. That dialogue, that kind of this rhetoric has gone completely. Instead, what has replaced it is this new idea of constructing apps on blockchain, of making a world where we can withdraw into and to be comfortable, where we don't have to deal with the emerging problems of the world around us. Now, I've run out of time, but there are 4 really important points that I think that need to be the focus of a technology movement, that we need to put at the center. That as a technologist, we aren't simply disconnected driving forwards, but we have to understand where the technology is situated. What strategic projects do we try to accomplish? What areas do we target our focus so that we don't become completely dispersed as a movement? That means that we have to develop a clear, coherent vision of the society that we're trying to create, that we're trying to go forwards. And that means philosophy, it means sociology, it means politics. That it's not simply about constructing some new piece of technology, but it's about targeting that software for socio-political change in the world around us. We exist in the world. We are not outside of the world. As technologists, we have a power, like Hypatia in the Alexandrian library when all of the mob came to burn down the library because these scientists locked themselves into an elite castle away from the society while all the people around them suffered. It's not just about one piece of technology, but it's about how do all of these technologies together work to form an ecology? How do this synthesis on a human scale can be adapted by individuals for a multiple variety of purposes that serve their needs? Not just finding the one perfect app that works for people in India and China and America. It needs to be that there is a toolkit, or there is a way that individuals are able to apply these tools to solve particular local problems in different domains. And part of that is about the education, is about training technologists to be able to, with the full knowledge of the society, of the politics, of the vision that we're heading towards, and of the technology and how they apply that technology, able to go into a wide variety of different areas to be able to coordinate work together. And so what does this mean? It means there's a huge amount of technology that needs to be developed now. I'm not saying that we've run out of things to make. It's quite the contrary. It's just that where the focus is going is into a lot of toys, is into a lot of distractions from the actual real things. The real things are not things that are necessarily sexy or cool, but there's a lot of low-hanging fruit that's there for us to grab. But if we can put the energy to take that, we can actually develop something real. We can have our own mobile phone infrastructure that is completely open and controlled by us. That we can have real anonymous cryptocurrencies deployed in for making decentralized markets. We can create exchanges with dark pools through zero-knowledge proofs, and develop with blockchain, develop the next generation of communications and routing networks. And also we can make the hardware to be able to deploy cryptocurrency on a national scale, as a national currency of a country. And lastly, that at the top is the paper about our project, which people can download. These are my contact details. Also, we're looking for money. Like right now, I just need about 40K. So thank you. And if we have questions,
I think we went over, but thank you for your talk.